Have you ever wondered how to slow down the aging process? It's a question that has captivated human curiosity for centuries. Aging is a universal experience, an inevitable process that every living being goes through. As the years pass, we all notice the subtle and not so subtle changes in our bodies and minds. The vivacity of youth gradually gives way to the wisdom and often the physical limitations of old age. At the heart of this process are our cells, the smallest functional units of life. They grow, divide, and eventually die. But what if we could intervene in this process? What if we could influence the biological mechanisms that contribute to aging and slow it down? It's a tantalizing prospect, one that scientists and researchers around the world are exploring with fervor. One of the key mechanisms that contribute to aging is the shortening of telomeres, the protective caps at the end of our chromosomes. Each time our cells divide, these telomeres get a little shorter. Over time, they become so short that the cells can no longer divide, leading to aging and eventually cell death. This is known as cellular senescence, a fundamental cause of aging. But what if we could halt or even reverse this process? What if we could extend the lifespan of our cells and in turn, our own lifespan? This is where the fascinating world of peptides, specifically a tetrapeptide known as Epitalon, comes into play. Epitalon, a synthetic version of the natural polypeptide epithalamine, is gaining attention in the scientific community for its potential anti-aging effects. It interacts with telomerase, an enzyme that can extend the length of telomeres, promoting cellular longevity. The benefits of Epitalon stretch beyond just maintaining youthfulness. It's believed to enhance sleep quality, boost the immune system, and preserve brain health. Understanding the aging process helps us to explore how we might intervene, and this is where Epitalon comes into the picture. So let's delve deeper into what Epitalon is, and how it may hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of aging. So what exactly is Epitalon, you might wonder? Well, let me enlighten you. Epitalon is a synthetic version of the naturally occurring polypeptide, epithalamine, which is renowned for its potential anti-aging effects. Now you might be thinking, what's a polypeptide? In simple terms, it's a small protein. Proteins are the building blocks of life, and they play a crucial role in almost every biological process. So when we talk about Epitalon, we're talking about a protein that has the potential to slow down the aging process. But what makes Epitalon so special? It's classified as a tetrapeptide, which means it's composed of 4 amino acids. This might not sound like much, but the order and combination of these 4 amino acids make Epitalon unique and give it the ability to interact with a very important enzyme, telomerase. Now let's take a moment to talk about telomerase. Telomerase is an enzyme that adds DNA sequence repeats to the end of DNA strands in the telomere regions, which are found at the ends of our chromosomes. This is crucial because every time a cell divides, the telomeres get shorter. When they get too short, the cell can no longer divide and becomes inactive or senescent or dies. This shortening process is associated with aging, cancer, and a higher risk of death. So, telomerase's job is to prevent the telomeres from getting too short too quickly. Epitalon's interaction with telomerase promotes telomere extension, which essentially means it helps to keep our cells youthful and vibrant for longer. This interaction is the key to Epitalon's potential anti-aging effects. Now that we know what Epitalon is, let's explore how it works. How does Epitalon work to potentially slow down aging? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's dive right in. Epitalon, being a synthetic version of the natural polypeptide epithalamine, has a unique way of interacting with our bodies. It's classified as a tetrapeptide, which essentially means it's a small protein. Now, proteins play a crucial role in almost all biological processes, and Epitalon is no exception. One of the key interactions of Epitalon is with something called telomerase. Now, imagine telomerase as a small army of workers within our cells, and their job is to maintain these structures at the ends of our chromosomes known as telomeres. Just like the plastic tips on shoelaces, telomeres protect our genetic data and make it possible for cells to divide. Over time, as cells divide, these telomeres shorten. When they get too short, the cell can no longer divide and becomes inactive or senescent or dies. This process is associated with aging, cancer, and a higher risk of death. This is where Epitalon comes in. It's like sending in reinforcements for the telomerase army, helping them to extend the telomeres and promoting cellular longevity. By extending the life of the cell, it potentially slows down the aging process. But that's not all. Epitalon may also have an impact on melatonin synthesis. Melatonin is our body's natural sleep hormone, and it's vital for maintaining our circadian rhythm or internal body clock. With age, melatonin production can decrease, leading to sleep disturbances. By potentially influencing melatonin synthesis, Epitalon could help improve sleep patterns, which in turn plays a crucial role in overall health and well-being. So, in a nutshell, Epitalon potentially works by promoting the extension of telomeres and influencing melatonin synthesis, playing a role in cellular longevity and sleep regulation. The workings of Epitalon are fascinating, but what benefits does this bring? Let's find out in the next segment. What are the key anti-aging effects of Epitalon? Let's delve into this fascinating topic. Epitalon, as we've learnt, is a synthetic version of a naturally occurring peptide, known for its potential anti-aging effects. But what exactly does this mean for you and me? How does it translate into real, tangible benefits? Let's break it down. Firstly, Epitalon is believed to help maintain youthfulness. It interacts with an enzyme known as telomerase, promoting the extension of telomeres. Telomeres, if you recall, are the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes. As we age, these caps shorten, leading to cellular aging and death. By promoting telomere extension, Epitalon could potentially slow down this process, helping our cells, and by extension us, keep the ravages of time at bay. The second key effect of Epitalon is its potential to enhance sleep quality. This peptide may impact the synthesis of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep-wake cycle. By promoting better sleep, Epitalon could have a ripple effect on our overall health and well-being, considering how pivotal good sleep is for everything from mood regulation to immune function. Speaking of immune function, that brings us to the third key effect of Epitalon. It may boost our immune system's efficacy. A strong immune system is fundamental for warding off diseases and staying healthy, and Epitalon could potentially give it a helpful boost. Finally, Epitalon may help preserve brain health. As we age, our brains naturally lose some of their sharpness. But Epitalon could potentially slow this process down, helping us keep our cognitive abilities intact for longer. So Epitalon brings multiple potential benefits. But what does the research say? Stay tuned as we explore this in the next scene. What does the current research say about Epitalon? Well, it's important to note that while the potential benefits of Epitalon are impressive, the research is still in its early stages. Most of the studies conducted so far have been primarily on animals, and as we all know, results in animals don't always translate directly to humans. However, despite the limitations of these studies, they have consistently shown positive results. Reports indicate that Epitalon can promote telomere extension, which in turn promotes cellular longevity. This is a key factor in the anti-aging process, as longer telomeres are associated with a longer lifespan. In addition to these animal studies, there is also anecdotal evidence supporting the anti-aging effects of Epitalon. Many individuals who have used Epitalon report feeling more youthful, experiencing better sleep patterns, and noticing an overall improvement in their health. While anecdotal evidence should always be taken with a grain of salt, it's hard to ignore the multitude of positive experiences reported by users. Now, how is Epitalon administered? It's typically introduced into the body through subcutaneous injection, which means it's injected just under the skin. This method allows for a slow release of the peptide into the body, maximizing its potential benefits. But before you rush out to get your hands on some Epitalon, it's crucial to consult with a healthcare provider. This is especially important if you have any pre-existing health conditions or are taking other medications. While Epitalon has been shown to be generally well tolerated, it's always best to err on the side of caution when introducing new substances into your body. While more research is needed, the potential anti-aging effects of Epitalon are promising and certainly worth keeping an eye on. As science advances, we can look forward to more comprehensive studies on the benefits and potential risks of this intriguing peptide. So, stay tuned, because the journey into the anti-aging effects of Epitalon is just beginning.